Well, I haven't said anything about my composting system for a while for good reason. I was so proud of this great setup where I, hot compost the fresh stuff on the edge of the stuff that I had previously hot composted, and just, hot compost there, then there, then there, and just have it be one big contiguous windrow. And I was proud of it for good reason. It did a great job of breeding worms, but unfortunately, let's see if what I can find here. Shouldn't be hard. Let's see. Well, to not leave you completely in suspense, I found an invasive worm. Asian jumping worm. Let's see, is this one of them? They have a different color on one side than the other. Their bands are, yep, there's one. You can see how it, well, maybe you can't see it, but I saw how it wiggles in a weird way. Let's see, keep digging. Oh yeah, there it goes. See how it like whips like that? So my compost is full of these invasive, destructive Asian jumping worms. I mean, it was a great system for breeding worms, unfortunately. There are bad worms in the area. Sorry about my hand being in the way. It's kind of hard to operate like this, but they're all mixed in with nice red wigglers and earthworms and all sorts of worms. I was so pleased that there was a diversity of worms in my compost setup, but not too pleased about the one that got in. I'm honestly not entirely sure how to control for it. My attempt here is just to start making separate piles, hot compost them, and then introduce worms to them separately in a controlled fashion. I think that'll work. I don't know though. I need to take carbon sources from, I need to get carbon from all sorts of different sources. I mean, I take leaves, and one person who has Asian jumping worms can introduce them to this whole system. So I guess I need to start separating things better. But when I take it from here and add it to the compost, am I adding those Asian jumping worms to it? Because it seems like they don't get killed by the hot composting process. They just go to the outside where it's more tolerable. But I don't know. I'm still figuring it out. I don't really have a good solution to dealing with this. I tried to separate this one, but for some stupid reason I added some of the existing compost, thinking I was just experimenting, seeing if a separate pile like killed them, but it really didn't work out that way. They just went to the outside. My next experiment, I tried, I filled this bucket with compost and then filled it with water to try to drown them. Right now I'm draining out the leachate. And I'm just going to keep this batch of compost separate and see if drowning the worms actually removes them. But I'm afraid that their eggs have survived this and will grow in it. So I'm just going to keep this separate for a while and see what worms get in there. So I don't know. I'm a bit frustrated with things right now, but might as well show that off too. I'm thinking about the aerated static pile setup, but that's a big expense. I have to get electricity run over here and build the whole system. That's just a lot of money for something that isn't making me any money yet. I was thinking I could sell some of this year, but not if it's full of invasive worms. I sure don't want to spread those to anyone's garden. Anyway, some things that are going right. Jerusalem artichokes here, my idea was they grow really tall really fast. Pop them in the compost, or at the edge of the compost. They can use nutrients that leach out of it, use those to grow, and then they'll shade the compost, which is of course a good thing for resting compost. Also potatoes at the edge here. I just thought it'd be really easy to go through and hill them with the compost that's right next to it. And I haven't done the hilling yet, but you can see how easy that is, and they seem quite happy in that spot, so I'm interested to see how well that works. And then just some non-compost related successes to end on a positive note. My butternuts are looking great. White oaks, these I stuck in this air prune box in the fall because white oaks start growing in the fall, and I piled leaves along the edge of it, and well, you can see that some survived. Some are still popping up, so I'll just take this growing season to see how successful that is. The red oaks are doing great that I planted this spring. Butternuts you can see doing great. Heart nuts doing great. Potted comfrey and sunchokes right outside of it to help shade it. These are my yellow bud hickory from Akiva Silver. They were definitely sprouting. I planted them when they had already sprouted. Oh, maybe you can see one just in the corner there that's finally popping up. I don't know why they wouldn't do well. They seem like good seeds. They're just late to sprout. These are some seeds that I collected just from somebody's, well, not their front yard, the sidewalk in front of their front yard in Newaygo, and they're doing great. I thought it was also yellow bud hickory, but I wasn't sure on the identification. I figured I would just collect them and grow them and then identify the seedlings. So I guess it's time to do that. Persimmons are looking great, and apricots are still in my fridge. I've needed to check on them and plant them for like 2 weeks. So I bet they've all sprouted in there, and it's going to be a ton of work for me to plant them. Oh well. This compost, it gets eaten by something around here, so I need to pile it back up. Anyway, I guess I'm rambling because of my frustration with my compost situation. So we'll call it good there. Take care.